So, this is you, a average Roblox player who's kind of got bored of most of the games they've played recently. Well, to help you with that, I've come up with a list of 20 different things and 20 games you can play on Roblox to make your experience more exciting. Now, these do range from shooter games, obbies, quite a lot of different styles of games. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video, but let's just get straight into it. First up, we have Tower Defense Simulator. Now, there are lots of different game modes and play styles in this game, depending on how you like to enjoy your tower defense experience. There are many different towers which you are able to use, such as things like the Accelerator, the Hunter, and the Ace Pilot. Now, all of these towers do different things and have different combat attacks. They have many different maps for you to be able to do. We've got Gilded Path, Construction Crazy, and Winter Stronghold. Now, for those of you more, I want to get into a bit of a hardcore sort of mode. Well, we've got the hardcore mode. Now, this is only up to 3 players at a time and means the normal mobs are much harder to be able to kill. You can also try out their special game modes such as Pizza Party, where you have to beat Wox the Fox. We've got the Polluted Wastelands, and we've got Badlands, and there's even a survival mode, which is, I'm pretty sure, is single player. This has a pretty good selection of different games you can play, which, I'm not gonna lie, are pretty cool. If you are one of the older players on Roblox, you will be able to appreciate this, but we have visiting our old nostalgic games. We have different things such as Work at a Pizza Place, Survive Natural Disasters, epic mini games, all sorts of good old classic games which we used to love as kids. One of my personal favorites is going to be Work at a Pizza Place, but I love being able to play my old nostalgia games, especially when they're like old and they're still around, other than Pokemon Brick Bronze, because that isn't around anymore. But playing my old games is actually so fun. I love it so much. So if you've been indoors and kind of got bored of it but still want to play the game, well, if you haven't realized, modifiers are now in the game. So if you go to the bottom right, you can see that all of these modifiers are in here. We've got things such as, well, El Goblingo was on break, which means more gold can be found around the map. Soundproofing, keys, books, and other similar pickups no longer emit a shimmering noise. And also something is didn't skip leg day, where the movement speed is faster. Now you can see next to all of them, they all have a plus or minus with the knobs icon. This means that every time you play, the percentage of knobs that you will get will be less. So changing these might mean the game is easier or the game is harder. But these can make a pretty interesting play, especially if you select all of the difficult ones, because that will make it stupidly hard. If you want to experiment different types of ways to show off your avatar before you actually purchase the different products, the best way to do it is going to Catalog Avatar Creator. Now, once you're in, this will give you access to the pretty much entire catalog. Everything that's on the catalog will be on here. So what I could do is I could go with, let's go with a Void Head, Dark Wings, let's give myself some horns. And you can see already we can easily just make an avatar. And then what I can do is say, oh, I actually want this. I can go buy. The pop-up will come up on the screen and I can choose to buy it or not buy it. Now, this is a pretty good game. You can make all sorts of different characters. Things such as I've made before. I made a Mr. Beast skin, which looks absolutely amazing. And we've also got a potato skin because, well, who doesn't want a awesome, lovely looking potato? If you've got the same issue I have and your store in Retail Tycoon is looking quite bare, not a lot going on, well, I have the solution. Go onto Roblox and type in Retail Tycoon Infinite Cash. Well, now, as you can see, I have 999 million cash. So what I'm able to do is I'm actually able to just, well, let's get rid of all of these terrible walls. No one wants these, absolutely terrible. And what I'm able to do is I'm just able to go build, marble, and then bang. Absolutely build the best thing I'm going to be able to build. Let's go to upgrade, bang. Let's just instantly buy the biggest sign possible. Huge obnoxious billboard. Biggest parking lot. Will that make a dent in my cash? No, it will absolutely not. So there we go. Bang. At the end of the day, it's just not the same because you haven't got to try and get all the cash, try and build your way up. But it is still a really fun thing to go for. So a good game to play is something called Speed Draw. And also, just before I play this, I actually won the last round. So I'm pretty happy with myself. But what this is you get given 3 minutes and you have to draw something with the subject. Now, the theme is going to be random. It could be anything from Pikachu to building or to wherever it's going to be. What's it going to be? It's going to be the birthday. Okay, so it could be anything to be with like literally any different thing. It could be in like the entire world. But it can be a pretty good game, I'm not going to lie. It's quite fun to play. It's also got different layers and stuff. But the aim of the game is to just draw as quickly as you possibly can, just to see how well the different players are at the game. And then at the end, what happens is they all get put against each other and people vote for them, which can be pretty fun. You can do a 1 to 5 star rating in this game, which is pretty good, and then you just vote depending on what. Right, and then what happens at the end of the voting as well, it shows, here we go, and the winners are, come on, please be me. Let's see. Okay, unfortunately I'm not on there. Personally, I thought mine was the best rather than that. It's quite a good game. There are like different ranks and stuff which you can get. But overall, I think it's quite a good game as long as you have the good drawing skills. Now, something fun for those hobbyists out there, something I would quite enjoy myself, is a difficulty chart obby. Now, these are obbies which range from really easy to pretty much impossible. There are so many different types you can find. There are lots of different. I'm just going to join this one called Masters Difficulty Chart Obby. And what it is, if I go all the way back, what it is it goes from harder to easier or easier to harder. So you can see easy. Well, the stages are quite easy. They're just like round things going across. But you can see as the further we get, these stages get quite hard. I mean, that one's quite easy personally. But then when we get up to stages like this, difficult, where you got lasers in the middle, things spinning around, and you have to try and keep up with where you're going. But anyway, let's head on to the next one. Now, one thing which I really enjoy doing, because, well, I absolutely find it hilarious to bully people, is heading on over to free admin. Now, this gives you access to all commands. Now, there are lots of different ways you can kill people. If I wanted to, I could freeze player. Let's do the Eric person again. Let's just bully this one person. Where's this Eric guy gone? I don't know. We've just frozen him. There he is. So you can pretty much just bully absolutely anyone you want. It looks like they've updated the board since the last time I've played it. But one of my favorite weapons, if I can find where it is, this thing is very, very OP. So if I pick it up here, I can't remember exactly what it's called. It's like called the Slap Me Machine or something like that. Let's just click on this one person. Okay, here we go. You can see that they're absolutely just slapping the heck out of themselves and then dying. Now, this works on absolutely anyone. If I was just to click on him as well, he just absolutely slaps himself. And I could go like ages away. I could just keep going away and away and away and away. And you could still, it is still slapping him until he dies. It is quite good if you ask me. And most of the time it annoys the heck out of people, which I find quite fun. So if you now want to carry on bullying people but in a slightly nicer way, you can play something which I like to call the trolley game. So this is a game where your decisions matter. So if we start the game, let's go with assert trolley problems, the classics. So, look out, a trolley is approaching 5 people. You can pull the lever and divert it to the other track, running over 1 person. This will show your true self. So if I was to do nothing, I would kill 5 people. And hopefully, 21% of the users agree with me. So that means more people would rather kill 1 person than another person. But then you could do something stupid like this one, called the loop-de-loop. Look out, a trolley is approaching 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, sacrificing 1 person. However, it won't do a totally rad loop-de-loop. Well, obviously, loop-de-loop is amazing. I don't care. Oh, no, wait. No. I did the wrong one. Let's kill 5 people and do the absolute amazing loop-de-loop. So it kind of shows your true self, but also in a fun way, especially if you go down to like self-driving cars and memes and stuff. That's quite good. But this is like a fun, light-hearted sort of game, if you know what I mean. Now, my personal favorite of the videos so far is that you could subscribe to my channel. We have 100 million subscribers. We have uploaded 16k videos. And just look at all of the views these videos have got. We are doing pretty impressive. So if you could carry on supporting me, that would be absolutely amazing. Now, if you want to be sort of more of a creator making stuff for the Roblox community, you could make some clothing and merch. What you want to do, head over to pixlr.com. Link will be in the description. And just go on to Pixlr E. Now, head over down to templates, and then you can go to Roblox. This will give you some basic things you can start with just to give you inspiration. I don't think you can copy these. Some of them are free, but some of them do require the premium. So I was just to click on this, bang, let's use this template. You can absolutely change anything on there. There are a load of YouTube videos online, which I would use, search up, don't be embarrassed to use them. And to be honest, you can even make Robux doing this. Is a good way to make Robux because lots of people will buy them. But to be honest, keep practicing at it, and then I'm sure you'll be able to make some good clothing, just like lots of high content creators. Another great game is Car Crushers 2. Now in this, what you have to do is you have to select a car and then choose a way to destroy. You go inside of the different areas and just absolutely destroy the heck out of all of your favorite cars. So if I just drop this one into here, you can see that we are absolutely burning it, and you can see that the cash is building up in the corner. It's quite a fun thing to do. There are a lot of different cars you can choose from, and to be honest, overall I think it's a pretty high quality game if you want to get some of that anger out of you. So although most of the time these games do look quite bad, this one is quite good. I'm going to be honest. It's called Slide Down a Hill. Now in this, what you do is you get given a bunch of rides. Obviously you get cash every time you go down. Now there are a lot of different things. We've got a castle, school bus, rocket. I'm going to go with a school bus. Let's hop inside of this. Let's go down. The slide does change as well, but then all you have to do is you just have to try and survive the fall down. And there are acorns on the ground as well. Bruv, it just flung me out. There are acorns on the ground for the Halloween event, but to be honest, most of the games at the moment will have Halloween events, so you don't have to worry about them too much. But I'm not going to lie, this game is pretty good. There are lots and lots of different rides you can get. Look, there's a spider one. Oh my days, this one's massive. Look at this ride, and obviously there are power-ups and stuff. But as a whole, I actually quite like this game. It's a bit better than some of the other bad, stereotypical games out there. So another good game, similar to Speed Draw, is going to be Build It. Now this is basically a building version of Speed Draw where you use 3D blocks. So what you have to do is it will give you 3 random options which you choose between. I'm going to go with lunch, and then everyone will vote. Now it will decide against, well, obviously who votes the most. And then all you have to do is go ahead and just build the entire thing. You have 8 minutes to do it. I'm probably going to build a plate with a sandwich. Now there are a lot of different shapes which you are able to use as well. They've got trusses, cylinders, spheres as well, and you can easily be able to change the color and the material on them so you can get a more specific way round of you wanting it. Then what happens is we all vote on each other's. There are 5 different ratings. I'm pretty sure there's meh, good, love, amazing, legendary, or something like that. And then what we have to do is we all just choose each other's. But they can come out pretty well. Some people's are pretty bad, but most of the time they're alright. Then at the end, it will show you the winners. Unfortunately, we did not win. Don't know how we just lost to that loot thing, but to be honest, I'm not complaining too much. If you are more of a shooter game kind of person but have already played most of the common ones, a good game to play is something called no scope sniping. Now this means you get given all sorts of guns that are snipers, but they don't allow you to have scopes. This is pretty good. There's quite a lot of different game modes. Let's just go with team deathmatch. That's usually the best one. Here we go. We are in a team deathmatch match, so this should be pretty good. And then you just go quickly. Quite a lot of the time there are AFK people, which can be very annoying to deal with. But most of the time, other people are playing at absolutely battering you. I think this is a pretty bad lobby, thankfully. So, more kills for me, so I can't really be complaining. But this is quite a good game, being able to try out your skills when you haven't got a sniper available to you. Oh, I killed someone. It wasn't the guy I wanted, but I killed someone. This game is pretty good. It's quite enjoyable as well, especially if you're getting all the kills against the other people. And I'm enjoying it quite a bit. What you are able to do as well is you are able to just record videos like I am. I'm creating videos, editing them, making thumbnails for them, and to be honest, it is quite fun being able to build a community of people to share your videos with, express yourself. It's quite fun as well, and you can make real life money if you are able to get up to the stage. Now, don't be surprised if you don't get views instantly. It does take a while to gain the views over time. But as a whole, it's quite a fun little hobby to do, and you could always turn it into your full-time career if you're able to do that. So if you're looking for the higher quality games, like a higher graphics, higher built-in quality game, I would suggest 2 things. First of all, I would suggest Riotfall. This is a really good new game, FPS game. It has 1.8 million visits, and the second one is called Frontlines. Now, I think my favorite one is Frontlines out of both of them, as I think this one's slightly more detailed. It's even got kill cams. It's got so much. It makes me feel like I'm not even playing Roblox. Like, if you just look at this, you can see all the different weapons and stuff. Let's go over Let's just go with the basic stuff. That's all I apparently have. Let's go deploy into the game. Now, this doesn't even look like Roblox. If someone was to tell me, if it hadn't got the Roblox icon in the corner, if I was to see this, I'd be like, well, that's just some probably game I'd find on Steam or something. Nope, this is actually Roblox. 3 years ago, if you were to say, oh yeah, by the way, this is Roblox, they would absolutely not believe the heck out of you. They'd be like, well, you're just an idiot, aren't you? These games are very, very good. If you want to make a 5-star restaurant inside of Roblox, run your own tycoon and be the boss, a great game I would suggest is Roblox Restaurant Tycoon 2. Now, this is a great game, lots of different features. This is currently my 5-star restaurant, and yes, I have a heckin' lot of cash. There are so many different options and different furniture styles. There's many, many, many different ways you can build. It's all completely free build. It's not like a normal tycoon where everything is preset. You can choose exactly how you want to make your restaurant look. There's packs you can buy to make the customers wear cool outfits such as a reindeer and Santa, which are pretty cool. But this game is absolutely amazing. There is so much customizability and features that you can use, which just makes it such a great game. This is something that most people don't really do, but what you can do is you can go onto Discord, come down here to the add server, create my own for a club or community, name whatever you want. Let's just call this test server, and you can always put a picture as well. And then what you can do is you can just make a server for Roblox talking. Let's just do Roblox chat, and then bang, I can send this to people all sorts of everywhere on other Discord servers to join mine. And you could just get a Roblox Discord server going. You could host events for Robux, get people to do giveaways. You could pretty much do absolutely anything if you want. Game nights, they're usually quite fun. There is so much you can do with Discord, with like the way that you set up your channels, how you list them. Go onto my server, I've got all of the channels listed up here. I've got the suggestions, chat room, media. There is so much you are able to do with this. I mean, to be honest, the only limit is your imagination. Now, last but certainly not least, we have trying to survive in Roblox's one and only FNAF co-op. Now, there are a lot of different game modes you can do. There is also a shop where you can get different jobs, such as the night guard, janitor, which I actually own, engineer, and policeman, which are quite cool. And there are different tools which you can use as well. But as you can see, the quality of the game is so good. The mechanics work really smoothly on all of the different games. FNAF 1, 2, FNAF 4, and the mini games. They all work really well. And as a whole, I'm really impressed with this game. Hope you enjoyed those 20 Roblox games. I've been Build, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.